Hello everyone, this is Shane, Simpsons289, and
RileyRichardz.
and we're here to do our dual commentary for Ghastly Smell Part 1. This is kind of like one of the big things we did this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we filmed this like a week after exams ended, so...
Just after we saw Toy Story 3, I think.
Yeah. So it was pretty much the beginning of July we made this.
Yeah. I remember we hung out that one time. We played
Yeah.
But that's not important.
We didn't intend to make this as big as we ended up making it in our heads.
Yeah.
So, after we're done all these commentaries today, we're going to actually start filming Part 2. So, look forward to that, because Part 2 has got a pretty interesting plot to it.
That actually coincides with the ragtag.
Yeah, one part of it, actually. Yeah, so it's like...
Look at your hair back then.
I know, my hair was incredibly long. I don't keep it that long anymore.
No.
I like to keep it... I like it like this. I like to keep it this short.
My hair's about the same length now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to kill you. Yeah, so Part 2 has sort of an interesting plot. It pretty much gives the backstory to what the Ghastly Smell is and what it can do. So once we start filming it, it's going to be a lot of fun to make, because that's probably... Part 2 is probably one of the best story-driven videos we've ever had.
And most of our videos are just comedy-driven.
I know. Most of our videos are just random. We come up with one basic idea and then we just make up stuff as we go.
We just wing it, yeah.
Yeah. This time, for Part 2 of this, we actually made a story, which is weird for us. So Part 2 is going to be a lot of fun, but we're not talking about Part 2 right now.
We're talking about this.
Yeah, we're talking
Those
about...
are my dad's shoes, which smell incredibly bad.
Part 1.
This is our computer. Oh, we're just watching TV?
Yeah. And this is where it's like, where is the smell? It's not in a TV room. And then Star Wars comes on. Yeah, so we had a lot of fun making this.
And there's my room?
Yeah. We had a lot of fun making this.
I'm eating.
We didn't imagine it would get this, like, big in our heads.
Complex.
Yeah.
But in the eyes of people who've actually viewed this video, they don't care. You can see the camera tripod in the mirror there.
Yeah. But then again, you can always kind of see it.
Mm.
Anyway, so... Actually, the beginning shot of Part 2 is going to be shot in that hallway.
Alright.
Anyway. Yeah, the smell knocked me out.
And
this is also the first video we've made that incorporates first-person filming strategy. You know, first-person.
This is that's actually a little lens cover that does this really cool, like, kind of mimics blinking when you open it, and we just always want to use it.
I love how, like, right at the bottom of the screen, you can see my feet are crossed, like I'm relaxing.
Yeah. You can see the Canada flags up there. I don't have those up there anymore.
I didn't notice.
What's wrong?
Yeah, so
What happened?
this was over half a year ago we filmed this.
Yeah, that was a while ago. You can see the tripod back there.
Yeah. Actually, the tripod makes for a pretty funny gag.
Yeah.
In the next...
so much stuff in that room I don't have anymore.
Looks like I'm in one piece.
Yeah, this is also the first video where we incorporate first-person filming into it.
Yeah, which I want to get into later.
Yeah. I want to do a lot more first-person filming. First-person filming is interesting.
Yeah.
We should probably do...
It's like, actually, I have a few ideas for Part 2 that are in first-person.
Alrighty. We can get into that.
Let's do this.
But we're not talking about Part 2.
No. Yeah, so... I actually thought this would be a little bit longer, but it ended up being just about 6 minutes.
About, yeah. And I get knocked out, and you're morning me.
Then again, I don't really care.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I love you too, buddy. Anyway. And then Riley wakes up from his smell knockout.
I think it's possible that there's a smell so bad that... Well, I imagine Brucey Chesapeake House being this bad.
You mean his box on the side of the freeway?
Inside joke for those of you listening to this.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I didn't even notice until after we filmed this end scene that I wasn't wearing my glasses at all in this scene. I took my glasses off.
I doubt anybody would notice, but I didn't notice either.
You know, we're the kind of guys who like notice the smallest things.
Yeah.
Nah, I think they're busy.
You'll notice them on the CN Tower on that little stand back there. Like, there's a bunch of little buildings. There's the Sears Tower, there's the...
And then this is where I try to help you up, but... Oh.
That actually kind of hurt. I think I hit my hand pretty hard on the side of that dresser there.
God.
Anyway.
It, like, affects your
My room's still pretty much the same, really, but...
Yeah.
My motor skills are like...
Let's talk a little bit about Part 2's story. For the end of this video. Part 2 is going to have, a backstory of the Ghastly Smell.
That crosses into a previous video of ours, Tag Bootleggers.
Yeah. It's going to incorporate a little side story featuring Pepperoni the Penguin of Zombie Cat. If you don't know, we do reviews on a separate channel, zombiecat.com. And it's also going to incorporate a sort of alternate reality that this smell sends people into. It's going to be really interesting. We're gonna have a lot of fun filming that.
Also, that channel there on YouTube, I just randomly had that pulled up before we started hanging out. And that notification that came up, I think that had something to do with like something that controls the fan inside my laptop.
Yeah, so this scene
I just worked it in.
I was like, this part of the scene was pretty much improv. It's like when that little thing popped up, Riley was like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "We need to look past what we see." And then we see the guy.
That was literally all improv.
Yeah, we just saw the guy playing guitar, and I'm like, "That's how we're gonna beat the smell, rock." And this date, it's like this date is total bullshit by today's standards.
We should probably...
September 30th. It's now friggin' January. No, it's February now, actually. Yeah, so, anyway, once we're done with these commentaries, we're going to start filming part 2, so won't be too much longer.